Hello, welcome to exercise number 2, image formation in mirrors. It sounds really formal, but we just want to figure out how images are formed in mirrors. So what I've done is draw an object that is asymmetrical, and it's my little house, my front of a house, and it's got a door off to one side that makes it asymmetrical. So we're going to look at how that image is formed in the mirror by figuring out how far behind the mirror the image looks. And if everything works out correctly, we'll see that it's as far in back of the mirror as this image is in front of the mirror. So before we start out, we have to draw the surface of the mirror, because we're going to measure everything from that surface. This is a front surface mirror, meaning if I put a device on there, you can see that there's no spots. As I mentioned in exercise number 1, we want to have the front surface mirror facing us, so we can tell it's a front surface mirror. So now I'm going to put pins on the 5 corners of this thing, and that one looks bent. I don't want the pins to be that bent, because then it's kind of harder to see where they are. That one's sort of bent. I probably should go and get new pins, but I can't now because Joanne Fabrics is closed. All right, so then we have our last pin. All right, so I put the 5 pins on this object, and you can see them in the mirror. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on the image here and what's on the other side of the mirror. So I'm going to actually ignore the actual pins, and we're going to look on the other side of the mirror where there's nothing there. But what I'm going to do is put pins on the other side of the mirror so that when I'm moving my iPad like that and a pin head disappears, then the pin appears on the other side, and it should look like it's seamless. So which one? I guess I'll start out with the red one all the way on the right-hand side, because it's all by itself. It'll be easy to see if it's in range. So what I want is to put a pin on the other side so that it looks like it's in the same spot. So let's see. Now, I just sort of did it really briefly. What we're going to do now is use the parallax method. Now, I want you to look really carefully. When I move the iPad around, you can definitely see the effect. Do you see how now they're not lining up, but now they line up, and the pins aren't lined up again? That means that they're not in the same image plane. It means that the real pin is not the same distance that the image seems to be. So I'm going to have to move that pin up or back a little bit and try it again. So I'm going to move it up slightly just to see which way. Oops, now it's... All right, now let's try it. Now it's a little bit better. You see how it follows pretty much, and just all the way over to the side, it gets a little wanky. But you see how, notice, like the pins line up, both the mirror, this is the reflection, and this is the real pin on this side. Except for, so it's really, really close to the actual position. So I'm going to move it back just a wee bit to see if that works. Okay, that makes it worse. All right. So I'll make it a little closer than it was. It looks pretty good. It's still a little off when we go over there. So it really can't be off. No matter what direction you're moving it in, it should always look like it's directly. See how it looks like it's disjointed right there? So it's almost there. I may have it a little bit off to one side. I'm going to move it up and a little bit over. Let's see if that works. Oh, I think I got it. Alrighty. So let's watch it. All right. Do you see how there is a continuous, this pin that you see in the reflection looks like it's the same pin as way beyond it. So what I've done is I've placed a pin due to parallax. Do you guys see that it looks like it's not moving relative? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this video, and I'm going to place the other pins and show you what it looks like when I have all the pins in place.